Morning, guys. It is day number 3 of the FLW tour stop in Lake Lanier. Definitely not out there with the top 30 guys fishing, which I was. It's early in the morning. Got all my stuff packed up, and I'm about to make the drive back, about 12-hour drive back home. You saw the videos probably by now, but my motor has no lower unit. I didn't hit anything, bolt sheared 70-foot deep, and the lower unit is gone. And that happened about 10:45 in the morning on day 2. Off to a pretty good start. Had 4 fish in the well. Boxed up my 5th right after the breakdown, but had a lot of places to get to that had good fish. Had even left a couple schools that I had pulled off of the humps and was going to go back to them, let them get set back up. Never even got to do that. So pretty frustrating day, especially when I fall a pound 5 ounces out of a $10,000 check. And I know that was going to be pretty easy, I think, to pull up to get to that. But man, you just have to make the most out of things like that when that happens to you, and it sucks and it's hard to handle. But everything will be alright, you know, keep your head up. So this is what I had going for me here. I have a little trick that I do back home for spotted bass, and I brought it here hoping it would work, and it worked out really well for me in practice. And all it is it's a little hair jig. I call it a crappie jig, really. I've got several different colors that I try. My little crappie jig box is pretty loaded, but it's really just a little bucktail jig. That's all it really is. I think this is like a 3/8 ounce maybe, or 1/4 ounce. It's not very heavy. Got a lot of bucktail to it, but it's easy to cast. It's got a little bitty crappie hook on it, and when they hit it, they don't miss it. And for whatever reason, I know it's a crazy color, it just makes them really mad, and they don't like it, especially this time of year when they're trying to spawn and they're feeding up and all that, and just bait's flying everywhere, and you know, sometimes a bed that's been injured is falling down from the school of bait fish. As this is falling, a lot of times they'll smash it on the way down and you'll pick it up to retrieve it and he's already on there. But I paired that with a 7-foot KLX. This is the multi-technique spinning rod. This is a medium light. A lot of times I use this for a drop shot. It's got a really fast tip to it, and it is phenomenal. This is actually the same rod that I crappie fish with too. So crappie jig, crappie fishing. Really fast tip, really light line. I paired it with a 2000 series Ardent wire reel, all 8-pound fluorocarbon. Throwing it out there, letting it sink to bottom, and then you know, you pick the bait up off the bottom real fast, maybe with a few reels, and then you start popping it. Working just like you would a crappie jig or anything else you're trying to pop on the bottom. Try to keep it up on the bottom yes you can. A lot of times, you know, giving that real fast retrieve or picking up, a lot of times they'd pop it right after that. You get kind of reaction bite out of them. Caught a ton of fish on that in practice. In the game day, we had like 30-mile-an-hour winds and gusts and stuff, and that's just really hard to do with that light tackle. I tried to make it work. I put on some heavier jigs and stuff, and either the fall rate wasn't right or something, but I couldn't really get it going. It was really frustrating. Day 1 was great. I caught a limit like 30 minutes on it before the wind picked up. The other thing I caught a lot of my fish on was just a swim bait. This is a 1/4 ounce head with just a white colored swim bait. And this is a 7'3". This is a helium 3. And this is a 7'3" light, medium, heavy. I got this with 15-pound fluorocarbon. I love the action of this rod. I threw this at the Potomac a lot when I was throwing a chatterbait and a swim jig in there. Same thing I'm going to throw at Cumberland. It's what I threw at Cumberland last year. I love this a ton for throwing a swim bait or throwing anything where the fish is going to just dig and pull, and you want that rod to have a little extra action. But you can throw these baits a mile with this 7'3" light, medium, heavy. The blank is perfect for throwing things a mile. Love this rod so much. This is Ardent Apex Elite, 6.3 to 1 gear ratio. Or 6.5 to 1 gear ratio. 15-pound fluorocarbon is what I threw that on. The other one I threw, I caught some fish on, was a shaky head. Same deal as a spinning rod, 8-pound fluorocarbon. Just your favorite shaky head worm. I threw a tattletale worm quite a bit by Jean LaRue. Anything natural colored worked really good here. Something watermelon or browns, things like that, seemed to be good. I kind of wish I would have tried some brighter colors at times because they like that bright hair jig, but they but anyway, that was something else I caught them on. That's my recap, guys. That's all I got for you. I'm heading back, and I will try to get my motor fixed. I got 5 days to get it fixed before I got to be ready for the FLW Costa on Grand Lake. So if that doesn't happen, I may be borrowing a boat or missing the FLW Costa at Grand. which I've already paid for. So I hope that does not occur. So thanks guys for watching, and wish me luck at the next stop. I'll do my best.